Hello. My name's Larry Hussey, and I'm feeling pretty confident today. So I'm wearing a nice, confident sweater today. I hope I look very assured and confident. Uh, so I wanted to make a message for everyone who might watch my channel. This is a video blog. I'm an amateur video blogger. My channel is called Drug Force and Consumer News because I have Drug Force web series, the very first AI animated web series ever. And I have two films that are streaming now, which is probably, hey, and there's Superfan. I always point the wrong way. There's Superfan. I always point the wrong way because this is the mirror image, the non mirror image, not the mirror image. See, not the mirror image. So yeah, so I hope I'm looking pretty confident today. I got my microphone on and all that good stuff. And so yeah, and I'm also pretty sure I'm the first AI animated filmmaker to be on streaming surfaces such as such as the app F Awesome app if you need an app. And if you're on digital TV like Roku, it's on Wild Sound TV. The black and white version is on Wild Sound TV. Drug Force, that's right. And so, and then on here on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's on Stash Warren Military Channel. So you can actually watch it on YouTube, and it is a streaming service. And so that's why I privatized my listings for those films because I want to support the streaming. I want to support my streaming partners. Thank you, streaming partners such as Stash, Wild Sound TV, and F Awesome App. Thank you very much. So, I am good friends with the Gen Z peaceful protest. I don't know them personally at all, but I'm very strong supporter of Gen Z peaceful, not ever breaking the law protests, which are protesting insecurity. And what it is one way to put it that I'm thinking of right now is we want police to do their jobs by the book. If you watch cop shows, sometimes they're like, "Oh, that cop does it by the book," or this cop doesn't do it by the book, or whatever, by the book. But in reality, you want your cops to do their jobs by the book, okay? And so one thing that we are protesting is that if police take bribes or are corrupt and they look, they look the other way. Oh, looking the other way. Oh, I'm looking the other way. If police look the other way, they're not doing their jobs by the book. Police are supposed to see things. They're not supposed to look the other way, and they're not supposed to look the other way. They're supposed to see things. You know, that's why they probably have, I don't know, binoculars in their trunk. Get the binoculars out of your trunk and see things. Ah, right. So what it really is we want police to do their jobs by the book, the way they signed up to do it when they were hired as a police officer and when they went to police academy. We want them to do their jobs by the book. That's extremely simple. 3 words: by the book. We want them to do their jobs by the book. So in addition to that message, I want to say that I was speaking with a police social worker recently. And I said, well, I'm afraid to say that I hear voices that say words because I heard that you can be sent to the psych ward just for saying the words, I hear voices. And she said, no, that's not true anymore. She says, I don't know what it was before, but what's true now is if you hear voices that say words and technically what it's called is you hear voices other people cannot hear. And I still say that is 5G cell site Copenhagen test technology. The Copenhagen test is a television show that is streaming on Peacock right now, and it is about weird things you can do with wireless technology, and it is not very fictional. I mean, the stories are fictional, but the technology is not very fictional. The only thing I can see wrong with it is that they say it's from Wi-Fi, but it's actually from 5G, and that's really the only correction I would make so far. I haven't seen any full episodes, but I've seen the promos. I've seen the trailers. And so, yeah, that's not asking a lot to ask police to do their job by the, if you sign up for any job, guess what? You have to do the job by the book. Why should being a policeman be that different? If you're a policeman, you sign up to do the job by the book. If you're a salesman, you sign up to do the job by the book. You sign up to do whatever. If you work in a warehouse, you sign up to do the job by the book. Do your job by the book, policeman, please. Okay. And so, anyway, what I found out from this police social worker is you cannot be detained in the psych ward for even 1 day just for saying that you hear in the USA. I need to say that first. In the USA American law, what I'm talking about is USA American law. My favorite law site here on YouTube is called Law by Mike, and so I'll put a link to that in the comments. In my comments, I'll put a link to that. I don't know if he talks about this, but I would suggest to him to do an authoritarian type of video about this. So I will push the collaborate button on that. The new YouTube collaborate button. But speaking of new buttons, YouTube has a new button called Your Custom Home on your YouTube homepage. If you click on it, you can say, I am a Drug Force fan, and it will genuinely help you be a Drug Force fan. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. It will genuinely help you be a Drug Force fan. Finally. And so I'm hoping that'll help me get more views. And reach more people. You cannot be detained for even 1 day just for saying you hear voices that other people do not hear. And the fine print there is you cannot hurt yourself, you cannot hurt others, you cannot think about hurting yourself, you cannot think about hurting others. And if you do those 4 things, those are 4 things. You don't do anything to hurt others, you don't do anything to hurt yourself, you don't think about anything to hurt others, you don't think about anything to hurt yourself. Those are 4 things. If you do those 4 things, voices. And I still maintain that this technology is the same thing as Copenhagen test technology, is the same thing as is the thing as these frequencies that are silent until they hit your eardrum, and then they play your eardrum. And Gemini AI actually told me, I was really grilling it one day, and it said, okay, yes, air conduction technology is a silent frequency that plays your eardrum when it hits your eardrum. And so that's what it is. And so hopefully the wireless carriers around here in America, it's Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile are the 3 carriers. Hopefully they will turn off ACT technology frequencies in cell sites. You have almost 2 minutes left on your 10-minute break. Thank you to the 3 people who are watching. Thank you for being super fan, and have a good day. I'm feeling confident today.